This is a new type of video. It has got cuts in it like this.
Hello, I'm a cut of turkey.
And in these videos, I'm showing off what comic books I have found and bought with my money alls.
Pretty sure this turkey is off and it's gone in the bin.
The truth is that my comic buying habits aren't very exciting, but here's my recent gets though. First up, Alpha Strike number 31. I didn't have much of any Alpha Strike. I've got like 6 or 7 Jason Byrne issues, mostly the Northman issues or the Master of the Universe ones. She's fat. And then after that I've got like 3 Bill Bungalow issues. Well, now 4. And then I've got the Fabio Nicieza ones, and then I've got one that I only have because I like the cover of. Talking about this one, obviously. This is one of the first Bill Bungalow issues. I've said Alpha Strike was pretty consistently bad after Jason Byrne, but I got this one because it has Michael Elboy art, and this is calling back to one of the Jason Byrne stories that I have. This one here. I think I also have the issue before or after this one. Michael Elboy, I think he only did like 2 or 3 issues. Issue 30, the one before it. Couldn't get the price tag off it. Another Alpha Strike. This is issue 107. I didn't know who writes this. This is after the Fabio Nicieza run, and I only got it because the cover looks fun. They're all dressed as members of Extra Factors. Hopefully it's not awful. And finally for Alpha Strike is this one, Alpha Strike number 2. This seems to be a relaunch from the late 90s. I would hazard a guess and say 1997. I only got this because Master of the Universe is on the cover, although they call him Master of Chaos for some asinine reason. I didn't know if this is a good relaunch or a bad one, but like with most Alpha Strike post Jason Byrne, I can't imagine it ever caught on. Looks like the cover is slightly short, so I'm getting my hopes up that we're going to have one of them fold-out recap pages that I fucking love. The team looks interesting. We've got, I think that's Gladiator, Miss Maple, Northman, Warwick Davis. I didn't know who that is. That's not racism. I just didn't know who that is. I think it might be Talisman's daughter. And finally Bigfoot, and I like that they've made him look more monstrous. Though if this is Gladiator, this is a stupid redesign. They've redesigned his mask and it makes him look like Master of the Universe. Maybe Master of the Universe is the leader and this is a really weird Alpha Strike series that no one talks about. Great find this. This is a Simon Walterson variant, Today of Vegans. I didn't know this existed. In fact, if you go back and watch me hard review of this, I said that the cover was bad and said they needed a cover exactly like this instead. It doesn't improve the story really, but this is a much better cover than the one of the random wizard getting his arse kicked. Fantastic Force 405. I might already have this one, I cannot remember. I'm not the biggest fan of this run, although I like both the creators. This issue is a novelty because we get to see loads of dead characters back for like a single panel. Plus Seaman is in it and it kind of slots in with that Seaman run by Ann Master Erdlin. 3 issues of the Flask now. These are all Evasion tie-ins. I wanted this, I looked at Evasion and I said the Flask stuff, you probably need his books to really follow that subplot. This is issue 20, 21 and 22. Also, there is a reference to 2 DC creators. This isn't complete though because there is at least 2 issues of Mankiller that do a back and forth crossover with them. They're like mirror images of these 2 covers. I am really keen to get more of the William Mesner Loeb's run, if just to remind everyone that he is homeless, despite being a much better Flask writer than Martin Quaid. Superboy 50th anniversary issue. I got this one because I thought it would be another good choice to try and help me get into, or at least understand or recognise some of the League of a Superman characters. We have got that one from that odd issue I have, Neutron. We've also got that guy who he was talking to in that issue, telling us originally to. Then down here we have got Shapeshifter, who I know nothing about. So those 3, 4 including Superboy, they should be able to ease me into it. Unless I open it up and there's like 20 members and they only put 4 of them on the cover. Tiny Titans, number 7. DC Rebirthed. And I got this because it will likely upset me. I'm assuming this is an accurate cover and it's not just a fake news one. It doesn't say variant or out. Good creative team as well. Dan Andy and Lee Months. So hopefully this is an issue about Wally West either reconnecting with Superman or even racing him. And now Wally West is even more evil and he has had his entire personality erased by a magic chair. Uncanny Excellent Men, issue 393. Nice cover with Dr. X defeated. This is the first story where Northman, he joins the Excellent Men for a day. Expect to see some more of this crossover in about a minute. Extra Factors 17. This one was an instant buy. This is a first appearance of Specter, and the price was not reflective of that. I feel like I was stealing it, but I'm thinking about trying to go back and get all the Lewis Simons Extra Factors issues. I already have a bunch, starting with issue 51. I've got a real soft spot for them ones. But my Extra Factors collection mostly is the David Peter 90s revamp. I've read a lot of Lewis Simons in trades, Fall of the Muties, Infernus, and I definitely want to go back and get them. More Extra Factors. This is issue 7 of the second David Peter revamp. I kind of just grabbed this one because Aero Oliver Ritchie does the interior art. If I remember, Tom Beaver hates this issue, so there's an obvious video in it as well. This one I got just because of the cover. It's a rare time when the Flash actually manages to be on a cover to Extra Factors. And this is a great cover. I love it. I'll probably put it aside for a cover spotlight one day. Another Extra Factors with the Flash. This is a one-shot and I think it hands him off to the Avengers. After this, he was on Dan Slott's Avengers, so this might be a fun filling in a gap sort of book. I'm not sure what this is. It's an Excellent Men one-shot with a Mark Stanley Lee cover, so I got it. I know there was a story called Endangered Species that was like a backup feature in a bunch of Excellent Men books. Maybe this just reprints them all. Nice cover though. And finally, 2 more Excellent Men. The Prelude and Part 3 of Adam and Eve of Destruction. Really good cover on this one. That is my haul and I rate it 7 thumbs up.